Welcome to Tungal Online Classes. Today we are going to discuss about the topic of inductors in series combination as well as inductors in parallel combination and AC generator. So in this lecture what we are going to discuss here, we are going to discuss the combination of the inductors, whether it is in the series combination or in parallel combination, and what is the principle and working of AC generator. These topics we are going to discuss in this lecture. And in that, the first one is calling as a what? Inductors in the series combinations. Inductors in the series combination. Already we discussed the inductor in the case of the self-induction. What is the inductor? So inductor is a nothing but a solenoid. Inductor is a nothing but a solenoid which is consisting of a large number of circular turns. A large number of circular turns. So whenever a current is passing through the inductor coil, the magnetic flux is linked with each and every turn. Whenever the current value will be changes, as a result, the flux linked with each coil will be changes. As a result, the flux linked with the given inductor coil or solenoid will be changes. As a result, the induced EMF will be produced. Whatever the induced EMF produced in the case of the inductor coil will be calling as a back EMF. So the induced EMF in the case of the solenoid will be calling as a what? Back EMF. The back EMF is equal to, we are representing with the equation minus L into di by dt. So what is the expression for the back EMF, which is produced due to the phenomena of self-induction across the inductor coil means what? The back EMF value E will be given by minus L into di by dt. Minus L into di by dt. Where the negative sign is indicating what? The negative sign is indicating this. This induced EMF will be opposes the change in electrical current. The induced EMF is a what? Opposes the change in induced electrical current. So E will be opposes the change in electrical current which is passing through the given solenoid. That is the significance of the negative sign. Now, so here we are considering the inductor coils. Those inductor coils will be connected in which combination? They will be connected in the series combination end to end. So here I assumed that two inductor coils which are having the coefficient of inductions L1, L2 respectively. So here how many coils I consider here? I consider the two inductor coils which are having the coefficient of self-inductions L1, L2 respectively. Whenever these two coils will be connected in the series combination, the same amount of the electrical current will be flowing. So in the case of the current electricity we studied, whenever the two given resistors are connected in series combination, through each and every resistor, the same amount of electrical current will be passing. Similar to the inductor coils, similar to the resistor, in the case of the inductors also, the same amount of electrical current will be passing whenever they will be connected in the series combination. To produce the electrical current, we need a source of EMF. The EMF of the given battery will be taken as a what? Small e. So here in the case of the inductors in series combination, here I assume two different inductor coils which are having the coefficient of self-inductions L1, L2 respectively, and these two will be connected to the power supply whose EMF or potential difference value is equal to small e, I assume. Now, whenever we are changing the applied potential value, as a result, the magnitude of the electrical current which is flowing through the given circuit is also changes. So how the current value will be changes? If the applied EMF, value will be changes. The applied EMF value will be changes. The current passing through the circuit is also changes. So what is the condition we taken here? Whenever we are changing the applied EMF value, as a result, the amount of the electrical current which is flowing through the given circuit is also changes. So the change in electrical current in the circuit will be taken as di by dt. So what is the di by dt will be denoting that? Di by dt will be denoting the rate of change of electrical current, the rate of change of electrical current in the given coil. Di by dt is indicating what? Rate of change of electrical current which is passing through the given circuit. So how the current value will be changes means, once again, whenever you are changing the applied EMF value, as a result, the current passing through the circuit will be changes. So the change in electrical current will be assuming as how? Di by dt. Di by dt is indicating what? The rate of change of electrical current. So whenever there will be a change in electrical current, there is also some change in a magnetic flux is also existed. Change in magnetic flux is also existing. So that this change in electrical current. So what is the change in electrical current? Di by dt causes the change in a magnetic flux in both the solenoids or in both the inductor coils. Once again, see here, what is the source for change in the magnetic flux means? The source for the change in the magnetic flux is nothing but the change in the electrical current, as a result, the change in the magnetic flux will be induced in each and every coils. Whenever there is a change in a magnetic flux, induced EMF is also existed across each and every solenoid or inductor coil. I am assuming that E1 is indicating the amount of the induced EMF or back EMF which is produced across the first inductor coil L1, and E2 will be assuming as the amount of the induced EMF which is existed across the given second solenoid or second inductor coil. So their values will be given by, we know that in general formula, what is the expression for the induced EMF? Induced EMF is equal to what? Minus L into di by dt. So for the first coil I am taking. So for the first coil I am writing the induced EMF value will be taken as E1. For the first coil, induced EMF value will be taken as a what? E1. So E1 is equal to, according to the formula I am writing that, minus L1 into di1 by dt. Minus L1 into what? di1 by dt. Here, since both the coils will be present in the series combination, through both the coils, same rate of change of current will be takes place. So that E1 value is equal to minus L1 into di by dt. Minus L1 into what? di by dt. So what is the E1 here? The induced EMF which is existing across the first coil or first inductor coil. Similarly, for the second coil, directly I am writing that E2 is equal to minus L2 into di by dt. For the second coil, directly I am writing that for the second coil, coefficient of self-induction is what? L2, and the same rate of change of electrical current will be takes place since they will be in the series combination. As a result, the induced EMF across the second coil is equal to what? E2 is equal to minus L2 into di by dt. Given circuit, in the given circuit, the two inductor coils will be present in which combination? Series combination. Series combination. In the case of the series combination, applied potential value is equal to the amount of the potential drop across each and every turn. So the applied potential value is equal to what? The applied potential value is equal to the sum of the potential difference or EMF across each and every coil. So E1 is the induced EMF across the first coil and E2 is the induced EMF across the second coil, so that because of the series combination, the applied potential, the applied EMF value is equal to the sum of the individual EMFs, which are present across the given inductor coils. So just substitute the values what you know. E is equal to what you know, minus L into di by dt. E is equal to what you know, minus L into di by dt. This is the effective EMF. So that's why I am placing that L effective here. Effective EMF is equal to what? E1 plus E2. So in the place of effective EMF, I am writing that minus L effective into di by dt, and E1 is equal to minus L1 into di by dt, again minus L2 into di by dt. Here di by dt terms will be getting cancelled. Again minus is also what? Getting cancelled. So finally what you got? L effective is equal to what? L effective is equal to what? L1 plus L2. L effective is equal to what? L1 plus L2. What is the L effective denotes? Whenever two given inductor coils will be connected in the series combination, inductor coils will be connected in the series combination, their effective coefficient of self-induction, will be given by L effective is equal to L1 plus L2. Suppose if you consider n number of inductor coils, these n number of inductor coils will be connected in the series combination, in this time. So the effective inductance value will be calculated as L effective is equal to what? L1 plus L2 plus and so on up to Ln. So this is the concept of inductors in series combination. Next topic, inductors in parallel combination. In the last topic we told that since the two inductor coils will be connected in the series combination, through each and every inductor coil the same amount of electrical current will be flowing. Through each and every inductor coil, same amount of electrical current will be flowing. And one more thing we told that the change in electrical current through each and every inductor coil is also what? Remains same. Once again, whenever you consider the inductor coils will be in the series combination, what we told that through each and every inductor coil, the same amount of electrical current will be flowing. Through each and every inductor coil, same amount of electrical current will be flowing. And one more point also we told that the di by dt value will be remain same. For the first inductor coil as well as the second inductor coil, since they will be in the series combination. Now we consider that two inductor coils which are having the coefficient of self-inductions are indicated by L1, L2 respectively, and these two will be connected in the parallel combination. So in the parallel combination, which physical quantity will be constant? We know that in a parallel combinations, so for the inductor coils, induced EMF produced across the given inductor coils will be remain same. That means E1 is equal to E2. E1 is equal to what? E2. Since they will be in which combination? Parallel combinations. Whenever they will be in the parallel combination, some of the EMF will be produced across the each and every inductor coil. Since they will be in the parallel combination, whatever the induced EMF produced, across each and every inductor coil will be remain same. Now, I am assuming that this EMF, what we assuming as a source of EMF, which will be producing what? I amount of electrical current, which is passing through the given circuit. So here what we assume, whatever the applied EMF we assuming as small e, this applied EMF will be producing some of the electrical current. That electrical current will be flowing through the coil, flowing through the given coils. Now see here, when we assume a source of EMF will be there in the given circuit, that source of EMF will be producing some electrical current, that current will be coming to the junction, and that current will be dividing as I1, I2 respectively. So that what we observe here, whatever the main current will be coming to the junction of the inductor coil, that main current will be divided into two parts, so that we will write I is equal to what? I1 plus I2. Here both the coils will be placed parallel to each other, so that in this case the di by dt value does not same for the given coils. In the previous case, what you wrote, because these inductor coils will be in the series combination, so that di by dt value will be remain same for the first coil as well as the second coil. But here these two coils will be arranged in the parallel combination. Because of that, so the di by dt value does not be same for each and every given inductor coil. So here, due to the change in electrical current, some of the EMF will be produced across the first inductor coil. So I am taking that the induced EMF across the first inductor coil will be taken as E1 is equal to, directly I am writing, minus L1 into di1 by dt. E1 is equal to what? Minus L1 into di1 by dt. Similarly, the induced EMF which is produced across the second coil will be taken as minus L2 into di by dt. Minus L2 into what? di2 by dt. Now, so from the first equation, what you know, I is equal to I1 plus I2. I is equal to what? I1 plus I2. So see here the values of E1, E2 will be remain same. That's why here I am writing that. So from this first equation, I will consider only the magnitude, so that E by L1 is equal to di1 by dt. E by L1 is equal to what? di1 by dt. Here we are assuming that since they will be in the parallel combination, applied EMF is equal to the amount of the EMF which is existing across first inductor coil as well as the second inductor coil. So that is the condition we are writing here. So E is equal to E1 is equal to what? E2. So from that condition, I am writing that E by L1 is equal to di1 by dt. Similarly, I am writing that E by L2 is equal to di2 by dt. E by L2 is equal to what? di2 by dt. Now, from the first equation, so we know that I is equal to what? I1 plus I2. I is equal to what? I1 plus I2. So differentiate the given equation number 1 with respect to the time which is giving the rate of change of electrical current. Rate of change of electrical current. So from this equation I am writing that di by dt is equal to what? I1. So I1. Whenever you are differentiate this one, it becomes to what? di1 by dt, and the second term becomes to what? di2 by dt. So here, what is the di1 by dt from here? This value is equal to what? E by L1. That value is equal to what? E by L1, and di2 by dt is equal to what? E by L2. Now, so in generally the basic formula for the induced EMF is equal to what? E is equal to L into di by dt. E is equal to what? L into di by dt. According to the Faraday law of electromagnetic induction. Here we consider only the magnitude. From this, E by L is equal to what? di by dt. E by L is equal to what? di by dt. Therefore, in the place of di by dt, I will write E by L. In the place of di by dt, I will write E by L. So, E will be getting cancelled here. So, finally what you are getting? 1 by L effective is equal to 1 by L1 plus 1 by L2. So, this is the required condition whenever the inductor coils will be in the parallel combination, the effective inductance will be calculated according to the given relation 1 by L effective is equal to 1 by L1 plus 1 by L2. Here what point we have to remember means, since these will be in the parallel combination, applied EMF is equal to induced EMF across the first coil, as well as induced EMF in the secondary coil. So this point only we have to remember. Already you studied this concept in current electricity, resistance in the series combinations, resistance in the parallel combination. The similar type of equations you got there. If they will be in the series combinations, series resistance is equal to, you wrote RS is equal to R1 plus R2. If the resistors will be in the parallel combination, you wrote 1 by RP is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Here also the inductors will be similar to the resistors. The similar expressions you get in the case of either series combinations or parallel combination. This is about what? Inductors in the parallel combination. Now, up to now what we discuss here, just we discuss whenever two conductors or two inductor coils, whenever they will be in the series combination, you derive the resultant coefficient of self-induction. In the case of the series combination is, the resultant coefficient of self-induction in the series combination you got as Ls is equal to, L suffix S means coefficient of self-induction in the case of the series combination is equal to, you got L1 plus L2, and whenever they will be in the parallel combination, you got 1 by LP is equal to 1 by L1 plus 1 by L2. So this is what up to now we discuss. Now what we are assuming that again we consider two different inductor coils. They will be in the series combination. The coefficient of self-induction of the given coils will be L1, L2 respectively. Here what I am assuming that whenever you consider two different coils, and whenever these two different coils will be placed nearer to each other, we will observe the phenomena we will observe the phenomena of mutual induction. So already we discussed the concept of the mutual induction. What is the concept of the mutual induction? Whenever the two coils are placed nearer to each other, due to the change in the magnetic flux which is produced by the first coil, there will be induced EMF was produced in the secondary coil. So similarly, I am assuming that this is the first coil, this is the second coil. So whenever some current will be changes, some current will be passing, and that current is also changes with respect to the time which will be produces the change in a magnetic flux, due to that change in a magnetic flux, induced EMF is also produced in the secondary coil. So that when you consider two different coils, they will be placed nearer to each other, which phenomena we will observe means mutual induction phenomena we observe. And whenever the mutual induction phenomena will be there, it's the coefficient of mutual induction is also there. That coefficient of mutual induction will be taken as capital M. Once again, see here, we consider the two coils which are placed in series combination. Whenever there is a current is passing, flux will be linked with the coils. Whenever the current will be changes, flux is also changes. Due to the flux changes, induced EMF is produced either in the first coil as well as in the secondary coil. That means which type of phenomena we observe here? Mutual induction, since they will be placed nearer to each other, and its respective coefficient of mutual induction is equal to what? Capital M. Now here what we are going to calculate actually? We are going to calculate the total flux linked with each coil. What we are going to calculate here? We are going to calculate the total magnetic flux linked with the each coil. Similarly, we are also calculate total induced EMF produced in each coil again. So what we are going to calculate here? We are going to calculate the total magnetic flux, which is linked with the each and every coil. Similarly, we are also going to calculate the total induced EMF that is produced in the first coil as well as in the second coil. So to calculate the flux value, so once we will recall the definition of the or the condition for self-induction as well as the mutual induction. So here we are assuming that the first coil is consisting of N1 number of turns and the second coil is consisting of N2 number of turns. So that here we know that the flux produced in the given coil is directly proportional to the amount of the current that is passing through the given coil. What we know here, whatever the flux that is produced either due to the self-induction phenomena or mutual induction phenomena, that flux is directly proportional to I. If it is a self-induction, the flux is produced in the same coil. If it is a mutual induction, the flux will be produced in the second coil. So here first I want to calculate the total flux which is produced in the first coil. So here the total flux produced within the first coil is due to the flux developed by the self-induction as well as the flux developed by the mutual induction. Once again here the total flux which is linked with the given inductor coil will be existed due to the two different ways. Some of the flux will be created due to the phenomena of the self-induction, and some more flux is produced due to the phenomena of the mutual induction. So here the amount of the flux due to the self-induction is equal to, generally we will write the formula, flux due to the self-induction is equal to what we are writing, L into I. Here first coil you are considering that, so that the flux produced due to the phenomena of the self-induction is equal to, phi self-induction is equal to, I will write L1 I1. Next, magnetic flux due to the mutual induction, is equal to M into, so what is the M? Coefficient of the mutual induction. This flux is produced where? This flux is produced in the first coil. So in the phenomena of the mutual induction, the flux is produced in one coil and the current is flowing through the another coil. So here the flux will be produced in the first coil, means the respective current is nothing but the amount of the current which is flowing through the secondary coil. That point we have to understand. In the case of the mutual induction, the flux will be produced in one coil and current will be passing through the another coil. So that here the flux due to the mutual induction is equal to what? I wrote Mi2. So here we are also following the notation that what we discussed in the case of the mutual induction for the coaxial solenoids. There you wrote M12. What is the M12? M12 is indicating that we have to consider the coefficient of a mutual induction when 1 stands for what? Current passing through the first coil, 2 stands for flux developed in the second coil. So here flux is producing in which coil? First coil. Current is producing in which coil? Second coil. So that here I will put M21. So here 2 is denoting what? Current is passing through the second coil. Flux is produced in the first coil. Therefore, the total magnetic flux which is produced in the first coil is equal to the flux due to the self-induction, L1 I1, and the flux due to the second coil, that value is equal to M21 into I2. The flux due to the self-induction is equal to what? L1 I1, and the flux due to the second coil is equal to what? M21 I2. And once again we know that the flux is directly proportional to what? Current passing through the given circuit. We are assuming that the first coil is consisting of N1 number of turns. Therefore, the total flux value is equal to N1 phi 1. So phi 1 is denoting the flux linked with the singleton, in the given inductor coil. N1 phi 1 is denoting the total flux that is passing through the first inductor coil. Therefore, N1 phi 1 is equal to L1 I1 plus M21 I2. So like this we have to calculate the total flux which is linked with the first inductor coil. What value we calculate here? Flux value we calculated for the first inductor coil. Similarly, we have to calculate the induced EMF value, which is produced within the first coil due to the phenomena of the self-induction as well as due to the phenomena of the mutual induction also. Therefore, the total induced EMF is equal to induced EMF, that is a producer due to the self-induction, and induced EMF, that is a producer due to the mutual induction. Similar to the same analysis, we will write induced EMF due to the self-induction of the first coil. So for the first coil, the coefficient of self-induction is equal to what? L1. For the first coil, the coefficient of self-induction is equal to what? L1, and the change in current for the first coil is equal to what? Di1 by dt. Once again, the induced EMF, which is a producer due to the self-induction of the first coil, means E self-induction is equal to what? First coil coefficient of self-induction is equal to L1. Change in current in the first coil is equal to what? Di1 by dt. So this is the induced EMF, which is a producer due to the self-induction. Next, the induced EMF produced in the first coil due to the phenomena of the mutual induction. Here, induced EMF is belongs to the first coil. Change in current is belongs to the second coil. Due to the change in current in the second coil, the induced EMF is produced in the first coil by the phenomena of the mutual induction. Therefore, the induced EMF which is produced in the first coil due to the mutual induction phenomena is equal to, I am writing minus m into di by dt. Minus m into what? Di by dt. Here, di by dt means what? Change in current in the second coil. So, I will write minus m into di2 by dt. So, here we have to take the suffix values. Already I told here, current is passing in the second coil, its effect will be observed in the first coil. So, that m will be writing as M21. Therefore, the total induced EMF in the first coil is, how can we write? Minus L1 into di1 by dt, minus L1 into what? di1 by dt, again minus M21 into di2 by dt. So this is the equation number 3. So this is a what? Total flux linked with the first coil. This is a what? Total induced EMF, that is produced in the second coil. The same phenomena if you observe, for the second coil also. For the second coil, here I am writing the total flux value for the second coil. So this is for what? First coil. So here for the second coil we will write N2 phi 2 is equal to, for the second coil we will write L2 I2. For the second coil we will write L2 I2, and here the reverse we will write M12. Current is passing in the first coil. So when you apply the same principle for the second coil, the total flux value becomes, here you wrote N151 first coil, second coil number of turns will be N2, flux is equal to phi 2. Second coil coefficient of self-induction is equal to what? L2, and the current is what? I2. So like this we will get the total flux linked with the second coil is N2 phi 2 is equal to L2 I2 plus M12 into I1. Similarly, if you calculate total induced EMF for the second coil, we will write similar to this one. It is for the first coil. For the second coil, minus L2 into di2 by dt, minus L2 into what? di2 by dt, minus M12 into di1 by dt. So these are the expressions for These are the expressions for induced EMFs. Induced EMF whenever they will be existed in the series combination. Here these two coils will be existed in which combination? Series combination. These two coils will be existed in which combination? Series combination. And across the first coil, E1 is indicating the total EMF that was induced. That what we calculated the E1 value here. And E2 is indicating what? E2 will be indicating what? The induced EMF that is existed across the second inductor coil. So here two cases are there. Case 1. The flux produced by the first coil, will support the flux produced by the second coil. So what is the first case? If the flux in first coil will support the flux in second coil. That means their flux will be existing in the same direction. What is the meaning of that condition? Means the change in a magnetic flux in both the coils will be in the remain same direction. At that time we will write total induced EMF is equal to, we will write E1 plus E2. Total induced EMF is equal to what? E1 plus E2. So here total induced EMF is equal to, what is the E1 value? Minus L1 into dI1 by dt minus L1 into what? dI1 by dt minus M21 into dI2 by dt minus M21 into what? dI2 by dt minus L2 into dI2 by dt minus M12 into dI1 by dt. So this is a what? Total induced EMF whenever they will be in the series combination and their fluxes will be supports with each other. Their flux values are what? Support with each other at that time. See, minus will be the common, right? Here, whenever they will be in the series combination, dI1 by dt is equal to dI2 by dt. Whenever they will be in the series combination, how can we write? dI1 by dt is equal to what? dI2 by dt. So here we will write minus will be the common L1 plus L2. While we are deriving the expression for the coefficient of mutual induction in the case of the coaxial solenoids, you wrote that M12 is equal to M21 is equal to M. M12 is equal to what? M21 is equal to what? M. Here also M21 is equal to M12. That's why in both the places I am keeping the capital M only. If you substitute that value, you will get L1 plus L2 minus 2M into di by dt will be there. So this is a what? Total induced EMF whenever the coils will be in the series combination and their fluxes will be supports with each other. Again, if you look the equation, it is in the form of E is equal to minus L into di by dt. E is equal to what? Minus L into di by dt. Therefore, the resultant coefficient of self-induction is, so here L effective is equal to L1 plus L2. L effective is equal to what? L1 plus L2 minus 2M. L effective is equal to what? L1 plus L2 minus 2M. So that is the resultant expression for the coefficient of self-induction whenever they will be in the series combination, as well as their flux values will be supports with each other. Small mistake is there. Here minus u taken the common, so that L effective becomes to what? L1 plus L2 plus 2M. In case 2, if the flux in first coil, is opposed by the flux in second coil, at that time here you wrote E total is equal to what? E1 plus E2 you wrote. So in this case, total induced EMF is equal to what we have to write? E total is equal to what value you are getting means E1 minus E2. Again you substitute the same values in this equation of E1 minus E2. The effective coefficient of self-induction is L effective becomes L1 plus L2 minus 2M. L effective value is equal to what? L1 plus L2 minus 2M. So like this we have to calculate whenever the inductor coils will be placed in the series combination. Thank you.